Good morning, DC.
Good morning, Jay Dunn.
Hi. So we made
Happy,
it.
happy
Well, happy
Saturday.
Saturday. I was about to say we made it to another episode. Man, I ended up watching. I started watching the episodes after midnight last night, and
Mhm.
I got through the first two, and then the eviction episode. I ended up falling asleep, and then I woke up at 7:30, and then I finished the rest. But it was good. Oh my goodness, this is a good season, man.
I know,
Mm-mm-mm.
right? I was like, man, it's so much to talk about from this past week. It's crazy.
Mhm.
It's really crazy.
This
I was
week
like,
is the reminder of exactly why I really love this game and why I don't watched it for so long. Because and because sometimes you can get through Big Brother and the season, some seasons could be lackluster, but this one is starting off to a very good start. So,
mhm.
but go ahead and say good morning to your audience.
I know, right? Good morning, Bomb Squad. This is DC Kool-Aid with Jay Dunn. We do this each and every Saturday at 10:30. So if you like to watch Big Brothers and you want to participate, let us know in the comments after the video has been played, or you can come through and say you want to hit the link today. So hope you're having a good Saturday.
Yes, and the same thing goes here for my audience here over at the Dunniverse. If you did want to join us, you can leave a comment. And then also I do have the link to be able to drop it. Uh, but yes, this was really good. This week was so crazy for me, DC. I had a million and one things going on, so that's why I didn't get around to the episodes until yesterday. Um, but I'm really happy I did because it was just one of those ones where if I would have watched this throughout the week, I wouldn't have wanted to wait till the next day. You see what I'm saying? I was
I'm
like, this
tripping off
mess
you
was
fell
going
asleep.
on, and y'all was having to wait a couple of days before y'all see what happened next.
I'm tripping because you said you fell asleep. I couldn't. Boy, when I'm watching something that's good, I can be tired as hell. I'm still watching it.
Well, okay, so I think it was like right at 12:30. Once I was like, okay, let me go ahead and get my episodes. Cause that's the main thing too. I can watch the episodes anytime, but I like to be around all of my devices so I could take my notes on one device, watch the show like that. And so that's why I wanted to make sure that I was situated and settled first. But yeah, I started getting tired. It was the eviction episode where I got tired, but believe me, I just legit paused it where it was. That's why I watch it on Paramount Plus. I paused it where it was, let them
Mhm.
eyes go ahead and sleep, and then, like I said, by about 7:30, I was back up and at it, and I pressed play. And good morning,
Man.
Antonio. Good morning to everybody.
Good morning, Antonio.
Okay, so I guess where should we begin? I mean, of course, we're going to begin with Sunday's episode, but it was
Right.
definitely a lot going on all over the place, but in a good way.
Oh yeah.
Here I have my notes. Let's see. All right. So Sunday's episode was episode 6. First note that I put down was about Mallory being uncomfortable because Ashley almost thought that she had the votes to stay in the house.
Wait a minute, my phone had closed out. I'm trying to get to my notes.
Okay.
Where is it? Where's my? There you go. Now I gotta scroll back. What was Sunday the 19th? Let's see.
Yeah, yeah, I think it was it the 19th? 18th.
Yeah. All right, here you go. Now, what was your first part? You said.
I made note about Mallory feeling uncomfortable because remember last week Ashley Kane ran her mouth talk about she had the votes to stay, which kind of just revealed, that there was another side of the house that was doing their own thing. And so my first note, I was talking about Mallory feeling uncomfortable, but she peeped that, somebody told Ashley something. Otherwise, why was she running her mouth like that?
Right. She kind
Hmm.
of peeped that. Yep. Mine's I had the part when Taylor, she said she's not trying to be a pawn.
Hmm.
That's how it came on also. And lyric, she trying to get the her peoples to win the HOH.
Okay. I then also I noted about Angela targeting Rome
Yeah,
because
I had that too.
last week though, that's what Angela was saying, and that's why I was telling you, it was reminding me of that Crazy Eyes thing that she had that particular season. And
Right.
for her to still be gunning for him, which I have to say, kudos to Angela because she is definitely reading the house. She is able to
Mhm.
read the house better, which I guess she should be able to. Hell, if this her third time coming back, it's about damn time she do good. I know you love her, but it's about time.
I know. It's like I was sitting here like, is Drew over there talking about me?
Yeah, yes. But yeah, she doing much better reading the house, and she doing much better keeping secrets and stuff, not acting too crazy.
Right.
So
She
I
she she
did
she
know
took she
about the
took notes.
HOH competition. Oh, go ahead.
I said, Angela, she took notes. She had to go back and revamp what happened last time she was on there. So she doing pretty much like you said. She doing good. She better. We had a long conversation that we're not gonna have that happen this year.
Mhm. Yeah, I notated about the HOH competition that was called the Achy Breaky HOH. Um, it was set in 1992, Nashville, Tennessee, in a country
Yep.
bar. And then I kind of did my notes as far as that went on. Um, the house was split. And the first part of it, the challenge, I guess this was technically round one. Everybody had to pair up and pick a partner, which left Devins as the odd man out. So he had to sit that round out and was unable to compete.
But look, before we go back to that part, what you just said,
Hmm.
if you was Devin, right, and nobody picked you, how would you feel like? Would you feel like, oh, they don't want to pick me? Okay, you know what I'm saying?
Um,
Because he was like left out, like
well, but somebody was gonna be left out because they had an odd number of people. I think it showed people's hands, that's for sure. It
right.
showed who was aligned and feeling comfortable with who. That's what I see. Where most people look at this particular competition on the surface, I was looking beyond the surface. Because
Hmm.
yes, he did feel left out, but it showed him in the choosing just who stood with who. And
Right.
that is good information to have up in the game like this.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, because the one thing that I got to give Big Brother credit for is that they made these choices of pairs and they
Hmm.
picked they good Judies, and Big
Yep.
Brother made them have to compete against them. That was brilliant. That was
I know,
brilliant. I was
right?
like, okay, Big Brother, because now y'all picking y'all faves and left Devins out in the cold, not even realizing that you about to have to compete against this person because they was thinking they was going to get the partner up with them and do some damage in the game. So I did note the second round, um or I guess this is technically round one, where the partners were told they had to compete against each other instead of playing together. And essentially I just went straight down with each battle and who
Yep.
won with my notes. So I have Haley. Okay, so Haley beat Chuck. But just the
Right.
fact that Chuck and Haley picked each other, that shows you where them two stand.
Yep.
Drew beat
Exactly.
Rome. Okay, go ahead.
I said exactly. It shows exactly. I'm just piggybacking off of you.
Mm-hmm. So through this list, Haley beat Chuck. Oh, and let me go get the picture. I almost forgot to put the picture up here, especially because I'm about to start rattling off these names.
Right, Haley.
Okay. So Haley beat Chuck, Drew beat Rome, Melody beat Latrice, Camu beat Barrett, Lyric beat Mallory, Jason beat Taylor, Angela beat Yash. And all of those winners moved on to the next rounds where Devins was able to join them to continue to play the game. But even with this, who knew that Camu and Barrett were close like that? But they chose
Right.
each other.
Yep, they sure
I had no
did.
clue that them two had anything really. So let
So
me
now they on a
see.
disc slide. They on a disc slide and they had to add the score together,
Hmm.
and that's Angela picked Jason.
Well, that's the one thing about the round two. They were asked to partner up again. And
Mm.
just like in Big Brother fashion, I appreciated this because once they saw that they had to go against their last partners, they thought they was gonna be smart and pick somebody they disliked this time around, which again lets them show their hand.
Right.
And
Well,
so then this second time they picked their enemies. Only for them to have to be partners with them to play together.
Big Brother was blindsiding them.
Hmm. I like
Big Brother.
that though, because Angela and Jason showed their hand that they don't like each other, so they was ready to beat each other. Drew and Melody, Camu and Lyric, and then Haley and Devins.
Mhm.
Those were the four teams that went at each other. So Jason and Angela went first, and they scored a combination of 73 points. Then Drew and Melody scored a total of 62 points, which made them be eliminated first. Camu and Lyric scored 46 points, which made them be eliminated. And then Haley and Devins came at the end and they scored 78 points, which ended up being a higher number than the 73 points that Angela and Jason scored, which caused Angela and Jason to be knocked out. And Haley and Devins were the final two standing to move on to the final round of the competition. Then I noted as well that Devins agreed to throw it to Haley.
I know, right? That was
He
crazy.
did. How do
That was
you agree to throw it to her and accidentally win? Devin scored a 35 when
which was
he
a low score.
it's very low. Only for Haley, who was getting the competition completely handed to her on a silver platter. She still ended up losing because she only scored a 27. So that left Devins as the second HOH of the season. Um, and that's when the game started getting really good. Getting really good. My my other note is about Angela because Angela was ready to convince Devins to target Rome. Which I can appreciate Angela keeping her mind focused and
I'm
not
so
being
happy
all
you
over
on
the
my
place
team.
like what she could be.
You heard me.
What you say?
I said I'm so happy you on my team right now. Team Angela.
No, I'm not Team Angela. I just could give credit where credit is due.
Okay.
I can give her credit where it's due that at least she ain't all over the place. She kept her focus on one person. Um, but yeah, she does want to target um Rome. Devins and Rome end up talking in the HOH room, and Rome wants to keep himself safe, but then he names off a few people that he wants to be safe. Devins is like, well, look, that's a whole lot of people. I can't keep all those people safe. You're gonna have to narrow it down. So Rome narrows it down and requests that Devins keep Rome safe, Lyric safe, and Jason safe this week, which was a very brilliant move by Devins because now Rome has completely revealed his hand.
Sure did. That was
Hmm.
the dumbest move right there.
Indeed. This right here makes me understand why people were so mystified when Devins was introduced to play Big Brother, because this man, okay, this man is very, very ballsy. He's a ballsy player. And I like that.
Hmm.
I like somebody who is not afraid.
If he was not afraid, he was like, "Okay, I got this." I was
Hmm.
like, "Oh, switched it up."
So once Devins has the information from Rome that Rome wants to keep Lyric and Jason safe, Devins then talks to Dee and informs her of just exactly where Rome is standing in the house with the people and who he's trying to protect. Angela also gets a chance to talk to Devins in the HOH bathroom, and Angela proposes that Rome be backdoored. Devins is a crazy player and agrees to it. And this is the part that I was really impressed with, because DC in the past, I get so tired of the new people playing it safe. I don't want to get that much blood on my hands. I don't want all the
Right.
blood on my hands. I don't want to shake up the house. They play it so safe that it causes the game to be so boring. Or they play it so safe that they end up letting all of these competitive threats stay around for longer than what they need to stay around. And then once they finally try to get rid of these people, it's too late. You done kept them around too long.
Yep.
Whereas Devins, he ain't talk about not getting no blood on his hands. He said he want all the blood.
He going straight to it.
Right?
I was
He
like, "Well,
said
damn, he
he
ain't think
want
about
all the blood. He want all the smoke. He said, look, he came there to play a chaotic game. And I think that's kind of what sets apart these survivors from the Big Brother. And just how I'm seeing these two survivors play, and
it."
catch this, the two survivors won back-to-back HOHs. You better not
Right,
sleep on that. D won it last week, and then now Devins. Them two
right.
survivors know what they're doing. And this almost has kind of sparked in me a hope that maybe in a future season, Big Brother decides to take all survivor people and put them in the house.
That'd
Cause
be cool.
I'm curious to see how all the survivor people will play. Because remember, I was a fan of how Sari was playing when she was up in the house. And now
Yep.
these other two survivors up in here doing the damn thing. I'm like, I would like to see how it would be if all the survivor people went up in the house, you know?
We might have to write them and let them know as a viewer what we see.
Yeah. Oh, and good morning, Sassy Francis. Good morning to everybody. But yeah, so with Devins is not backing down from making a move like that, even if it causes chaos. So he is down to do that. He ends up meeting up with his alliances to make sure they are on board um with everything that he has planned. So in the middle of the night, they all go up to the HOH room. I think this was crazy though, how they were just waking people up and dragging them up in there.
That was crazy.
Hmm. But DC, this is the reason why I wish that you would be a feeds person, because just based on, and I still haven't looked at the feeds yet because this week was busy for me. But just based on how that edit happened, I can almost guarantee you that that meeting that they had where they were pulling everybody up to the HOH room that night,
Mm.
that footage, I'm almost willing to bet, based on my knowledge of Survivor, all of that probably took place, probably, I would say, on like Sunday night. I'm thinking that all of that took place right before it was time for them to put the norms up. Because a lot of times they will wait till the last minute. And if they don't wait it to the last minute before they decide of what they're gonna do, because it's last minute, that's why you are kind of in a panic where you gotta wake people up about their sleep. And
Right.
that's the reason why they end up doing it that way.
That's crazy because they showing up was waking people up. They were actually running around. I was like, how the hell? But the crazy part is they waking people up walking past the people they want to talk about.
Yeah, but I'm thinking that the reason why they had to do it is probably because the big brother intercom in the house had already said, "Look, the nomination ceremony is about to be bright and early tomorrow morning." And at that point, nobody had came up with a decision yet. So that's why it was like, okay, scramble. And that's how come they did that. But either way, Roman Lyric got wind of these people being woken up and taken out of the room and all this. So they knew that something was up with everybody going up to the room. Also Jason felt like something was up because he was being left out of going up there to the HOH room.
Mm-hmm.
So Rome then decided to just go up there and ring the doorbell, which was the most awkward thing ever. It reminds me of my note that I took from that BB Unlocked episode a couple of weeks ago when Siri said, if everybody is up in the room
They talking.
talking and you didn't get invited up there, it's because they talking about you. Remember when she said that?
Yes, she did say that.
Mm-hmm.
She did
I'm
say that.
scrolling in my past notes to see if
It,
I still got that
it just
highlighted because I did.
it just
I did make note of that because that mess was funny.
it's just funny that how he kept ringing the doorbell and them damn fools standing there looking like kids. Don't move. Don't nobody move.
So, specifically, what Cerise said was, and this was her tip number 3. If you are the only person left outside of the room, the people inside the room are talking about you. And that's exactly what happened with this because the people left outside of the room was Jason, Lyric, Rome, and I think Lala, maybe Lala and Taylor, maybe. They didn't
Yeah.
get invited in. So yeah, they were the topic of the discussion. But I thought this is the only part that I had to raise an eyebrow about with what's going on. Cause essentially Devins took both of his alliances, the Red
Mm-hmm.
Corner Alliance and the Crossover Alliance, brought them all into the HOH room in the middle of the night to talk with him. And they combined both alliances to form the Tool Shed Alliance, um, which is cute on the surface, but that alliance is too big. I done
It's too
seen
many.
so many seasons of Big Brother in the past where when you get an alliance that huge with like 8 or 9 people, it's bound to fail. And so, yes, it's cute that he was able to get his 2 alliances into a bigger alliance. But the question is, will those people, now that they are in alliance with each other, are they going to cross reference? Like, will one of the crossover people cross reference with the Red Corners person? And because they feel like they part of the Tool Shed Alliance, they start telling secrets only for it to come out that, hey, they in 2 separate alliances. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's too many.
It's a lot. It's a lot that could go wrong with him bringing all those people together. It's smart on the surface, but a lot of the times that's too many people going forward that gotta agree. That's the main thing. They all agreed now because it's wrong. But in the future, I don't believe it's gonna be very hard to get all of them people to agree on the same thing and do the same things.
Mm-hmm. See, they're not thinking. It's not thinking. So my next note is the BB time capsule.
Okay, I have a note about that too.
And and the American chose Angela
Hmm.
for the power of punishment. That
Yeah.
thing was spinning. I was like, how the hell? I don't know. I was hoping she would have got it, but she got the punishment, which
Yeah,
was the
well, when I saw it, it was originally when I first saw it on glance, it reminded me of Pressure Luck. No whammies, no whammies, no
oh
whammies.
yeah. I didn't even think of that one.
Oh,
Yep, I
I
remember.
did. As soon as I saw it, that's what I was just thinking about. No whammies. But the thing that really took it to another level was the fact that the chair was spinning. When that
I mean,
chair started spinning, I was like, oh hell. As soon as I saw the chair spinning, I said, ain't no strategy to this. It ain't no strategy. You just press the button and get what you get.
I
But
know.
that's what I would have done if I was in Angela's shoes because how can you strategize? You can't memorize the patterns on the wall because the chair is spinning you around.
Hmm. That should have been press your luck. Press your,
Hmm.
the press your luck game. Press that button and hopefully you get it.
Yeah, she ended up I don't know what I don't think she even had a pattern. But she pressed the button and ended up getting a punishment, which was the hardball detective. So she had to dress up in the hardball egg costume for the next 7 days. Um, I guess the hardball detective, I don't know what the maybe it's just the uncomfortableness of the costume. But then I'm like, okay, well now that that one punishment has been taken away, then I'm curious to see how the BB Time Council is going to play next week. Like, are they going to remove a punishment off the wall now for the next person to come in so that they can't, repeat that punishment? I wonder how it's going to go.
I would think they would remove it and put something else up there because
Yeah.
that'd be crazy to have the same thing. Yeah,
Hmm.
that'd be crazy to have the same punishment. I think they probably would put another one up there, something they didn't put up there yet.
Right. Yeah.
But
I'm gonna definitely keep an eye out on how they end up handling it. But after that, from the hardball thing, I noted about Jason crying because he was feeling like America hates him. And to me, I think that Jason kind of messed up his credibility and his it's hard to have empathy for him as a
mm,
viewer because he played way too soon with the with the emotions. Because
right.
even when he was right there crying and I saw real tears, I questioned if he was just putting on. I'm like, "Nah, is you really crying?" Even though I see tears and snot coming out his nose. I'm like, "Nah, are you really crying or you playing?" So see, now I don't even believe him. I don't believe him.
Like, this is some real shit.
Right. And then once I saw him up in the diary room, I'm like, well, he can't be up in the diary room crying fake tears. I said, but I know
He
that
could.
sometimes people do try to play America in that diary room where they'll be
Right.
fake towards America just so that they could get the prizes or get America to vote for them.
He was like, I
So
better
he
go in
just messed
here
himself up now.
and cry. I
I
better go in
question
here and cry.
everything. Hmm?
He probably said, I better go in here and cry. Gotta cry for
Right.
America.
Because that could have been his thing when he saw that America picked Angela. He probably was like, well, let me go up in here and cry so they'll pick me next week. What? Don't go up in there crying. No. But yeah, after that note, I noted about Devins and Rome speaking once again. And Devins feels like Rome threatened him,
Hmm.
like a subliminal threat about how he should move and who he should put up on the block. And specifically after Devins felt like Rome issued a threat, Devins went on ahead and called his bluff and nominated the exact people that he didn't want him to nominate. And he nominated Melody, Lyric, and Jason for
Yeah,
eviction for the week.
sure did.
Yeah. So then I move on to the next episode. You have any more notes before we get to the next episode? Notes?
Um, yeah, Jason going to try to give Angela. You ain't see when Jason gave Angela dap talking about some. Angela looked at him like hell nah, and then Jason said, "You a messy." My grandbaby just came right here. A messy bee.
No. Mm-mm. Wait, I don't think I saw it. No, if I ain't put in my notes, 9 times out of 10, it might have been something I
Okay,
missed.
so when they were sitting at the table and it was going about to go off, Jason going to try to give Angela dap, saying, "Good job." Angela looked at him like hell nah, and then Angela called Jason a messy bee.
Oh, I did see that. That was right after the nominations happened. And that, what I took from that exchange was that Jason was trying to vocally let Angela know that the reason why his face was on that wall was Angela's doing. I
Right,
felt like he said that to Angela, like pulling her card in front of the whole house. Like, I know the only reason why my name is up there is because you had something to do with it. Something like that. I noticed that part. Yeah.
yeah. I was like, oh. All right, that was the last of that episode. That episode, that was a good episode.
I think the episode ended up being very, very good because people wasn't scared to play.
Right.
That's how come
They-
you get the boring seasons and the boring episodes is whenever these people are scared to play and they only want to play a safe game. And so I'm happy that these people don't mind. Good morning, Whistle Down. I didn't even see you come in. Good morning to everybody coming in. But yeah, I was happy that he was ready to play the game. And see, this is why now I'm really well, I was already rooting for the icons
Yeah.
at the beginning, but I really wanted Rachel to be there. But even with these two survivors, they play like Rachel. So I can't even be missing Rachel too much because see, Rachel wasn't scared to do stuff like this either. And so to
Mhm.
see these survivors coming up in here still playing this type of game, I'm like, okay, I could deal with y'all. Good. Because I want them to come. And you know something, even if this were a season where those icons dominated, that would be brilliant for me because they are still the underdogs. Because it's three of them. Meanwhile, it's 13 of everybody else. And
Right.
if them three could really play the game like what they've been doing so far
I,
and eventually eliminate them 13 up out of there, that's the underdog winning because they most definitely the underdogs because I everybody thought that they were going to be the first ones up and out.
yep. Yep. If they can stay strong and don't let too much get to them, I think they're gonna make it to the end.
Yes.
Miss
So
Whistledown, Miss Whistledown says shaking the game up and it's refreshing.
it is because yeah, I get tired of these people being sheep playing the game. You better come out here and play because everybody know the motive that you got to get rid of these people. So stop being fake and phony and all this hogwash. Let's get to it. Now,
I
one
think,
thing too, when the episode 7 started, this was after the nomination. Well, this was right after everybody was nominated. They were still seated at the table. So Jason was calling out Angela, saying that she was running the HOH, and
yeah,
that's why he is on the block. Which the nerve of him to think that Angela got that much power to tell Devins what to do with his HOH. I'm like, come on now, you crazy. But that's what he said. And I think that right there is where Jason fucked up. Because
mhm,
once Jason tried to call somebody out, what? How do they say? Don't throw don't throw stones while you live in a glass house,
Oh yeah.
because he called himself trying to call out Angela, and before you know it, it seemed like everybody at that table started calling his ass out.
Yeah, it was like a chain reaction. Like, okay, well, you said this over here. I was like, oh, I couldn't even blink watching that.
Hmm.
I was like,
Yeah,
oh man.
Angela exposed Jason and his lies and manipulation about him using his sexuality as a manipulation tool up in the game, about him crying and tugging at her emotions and heartstrings because of her having a gay son. Um, and then when she started revealing that, several other people, Haley included, revealed how Jason had manipulated them one way or other.
Right.
And then while all of this is happening, this explosive stuff is happening, then you got Latrice at the damn table crying. Lisa, where you at? Did you see her crying like that, Lisa?
I did not. I
Girl,
did not.
I was ready to hear you what you had to say. Girl, she was
What
crying because she was almost put on the block, and the whole time she been following behind Rome, thinking that Rome was her ace. Rome was basically had said that he didn't care if she had got put on the block, and that broke her heart. And she cried and
Well,
cried and
she was
cried.
really crying.
Which now who is that?
That's the older lady, Lala.
That's the older lady that Lisa always talking about. What
Well,
she thought that she had done got in good with one of these young white men. That white man said, "No, you could go."
but see, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. You think that because you get on this show, you think the now y'all know. I'm sorry. Black people think because they get on shows like this, Big Brother, Survivor, not Amazing Race. Amazing Race is a little different. I don't hate Amazing Race, but Big Brother and Survivor, you think because you get on these shows with these white folks that you gonna come home unscathed or that they your friend. No, they're not. The
Mhm.
first time that they need somebody to go home, that's gonna be you. The first time they need somebody to lie on, that's gonna be you. The first time they need a scapegoat, that's gonna be you. And her ass is too old for that. What she doing? Because I know what she too old. You are too old. That's just like me. I am almost 60 years old. That would be stupid getting on there thinking some little white boy is my friend. At most, at most. And you the nephew that I don't talk to for real because I know your ass shady and steal out my pocketbook. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Mhm.
At most, the white folks on there are the nephews and nieces that steal that you don't talk to, but they still related to you, so you got to be around them. She's stupid as hell, and
Well,
she going.
and let me say this, Lisa. The one reason why he was able to get her like this is because he been calling her mama in that house. Now, what you think about that manipulation?
Because that's what it is. Because I don't understand you. I don't watch these shows. Y'all know I'm the person that's on the edge looking in. I don't watch these shows. However, I do know that you can't go into the show thinking these people your friend. I don't
Hmm.
understand. You go up in there talking about I love you, you my friend, I hate to see you go. Don't nobody tell the truth. The reality is I want all y'all gone. I want to be the last one standing. Forget y'all. I don't give a damn what y'all say. But then they be getting on that line and then they be letting these folks trick them into friendship. $750,000, which I'm your enemy. We are enemies. And they come on there with that bullshit. If you're gonna lie right. You don't even lie right. And you get on there with, I wish I would have been in alliance with, I wish I might. I'm in everybody's alliance. What alliance you in? I'm in A, B, C, D, E, F, G, all the way down to the alliance. I don't care. Who you
Yeah,
friends? Nobody.
but I thought that this is how I feel about it, and then we can go to the rest of the notes. But I think that Rome, I guess because he been calling her mama because she is the older woman in the house. Now he got the choice between her and Angela up in that house.
Right.
Why in the hell is he calling your black ass mama?
Because
What?
Why he didn't call Angela?
I'll tell you
Right.
why.
And that's
I'm
why
tell
I'm like he was manipulating her to get close with her, I think.
But I'm gonna tell you why. There's a trend going on. Not necessarily a trend. White parents telling their white kids, if you in trouble, go talk to a black woman. Look it up. You can Google
Yeah,
it.
I
White
heard about that here recently. I
right?
did.
They black kids. Don't go to a cop. Don't go to another white person. If you in trouble, go find a black woman. Because at the end of the day, we will suspend reality and help you out, even if we don't know what's going on, because that's just how we are. Inherently, we're gonna help. We're gonna feed you, we're gonna clothe you, we're gonna give you somewhere to stay, we're gonna make sure you're all right, regardless of who you are.
So Rome basically said
So
Angela ain't gonna provide
no,
for him.
no, because as soon as Angela, as soon as Rome looked like he want to say something, Angela gonna start crying, talking about his head. I don't know what the hell she gonna find something talking about the boy, and she gonna do it because white women tears are dangerous, and that's why they use them. How many black folks y'all see crying on these shows? For real, on these shows, think about it. How many black people you see crying unless they mad? Not just sitting up here crying because they feelings hurt, because somebody said something to them. Black folks don't cry like that. We cry with mad. We cry when we get ready to fight you. We get ready to do something reckless to go to jail. We don't cry because our feelings hurt. White women cry to drop her hat, and you're supposed to feel sorry for them. Sympathy, sadness. The only reason I don't feel sorry for Angela because that bitch crazy on top of crying.
Hey, wait a minute, you talking about Angela?
That bitch is crazy on top of crying.
All right, Jada.
But okay, well, I will say to what Lisa said, how many times you see black people crying on here? Not often, but that's what made Latrice crying at that table crazy as hell that I had to put it up in my note. Um but I will say, so with Latrice, while all of this explosive stuff was going on at the table and Latrice was crying, then Rome ended up snapping at Haley, and then he ended up calling her a bitch. Then Melody was feeling like she done made every wrong decision that she could ever make. So now she feeling some type of way with everything. Lyric don't like Devins no more because she up on the block. It was
Mhm.
just it was a ball of emotions, but very, very explosive. That was almost like a house meeting that happened. But
Yeah.
specifically, it went against Jason because his entire game was blown the hell up. And if we're going to be honest, so was Rom's game. Rom's game was blown up because Devins told the truth. It's crazy. Devins told the truth about what they spoke about and just spilled all the beans.
It's crazy. This whole episode was a crying episode.
Well,
Everybody was crying.
I guess that's true because my next note was that Jason eventually apologized to Angela. And yes, he was crying and she was crying. And she said that she forgives him, but she said she won't forget.
Yeah, she
Um,
said. Yeah, she said she ain't forgetting that. Mm-mm.
She'll be a fool too. I mean, she would be a fool. So my next note after that is Latrice is crying because Rome turned on her. She she and so she is crying because Rome turned on her. Taylor is trying to talk some sense into her. And Taylor basically said, look, we need to be quiet and step back and just let them implode, let them
Yep,
go after each other. And we just stand back in the cut and let them just shoot away at each other.
they gonna
And
crash out.
yeah, and Latrice is agreeing to do just that, but we'll see how long that's gonna last.
I don't know. I think they might last. They might stick together.
Not them sticking together. I'm talking about Latrice staying out of it. I
Yeah, that's what I'm
believe
saying.
they can stick together, but I don't know that Latrice will stay out of it because it seemed like she done got so close with this Jason, who will probably throw her ass right under the bus, just like Rome did, and then
Mhm.
probably Lyric too, because I just think that she thought she was way too good with them to where I wonder if she ain't gonna mind her business. Because essentially, that's all she got to do is mind her business because they the ones in trouble, not her.
Right. Miss Whistledown said Jason should have just shut. Okay, shut the fuck up. I knew he would play his hands after the fake moment with Angela.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and I'm looking here now at my other device. Yeah, that fake thing that he had really didn't sit too well with America, and it damn show ain't sit too well. Once the house knew that that's what he did, cause that's one of the benefits of the feeds, cause this is all you saw that was edited. But believe me, that explosion that easily lasted for hours after the fact. But they just
I'm
had to edit it real down, real quick to get it to fit in the episode. But so Devins and D, they celebrate in the HOH room because everything went flawless. But they also are celebrating at the chaos that ensued after Devins made this big ass move. Um Rome was crying in the diary room about how he felt about not being able to save Lala this week. And while he was in there crying, it made me wonder if he was faking, because his face was doing all the crying, but I ain't see no
I
tears
ain't
or
see
nothing.
I ain't see no tears either. I had that note too. I was like, when the tears gonna drop? They ain't
Yeah,
dropped it
I'm
yet.
like, what
Come
is
on,
she
man.
doing? I was like, now what's going on here? But then I will say, though, in the episode when he was actually with Latrice and Latrice hugged him, then he was really crying. You could see the tears.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
that was the wildest part too, because Latrice is the one up in there consoling him when he is the one that kind of said, well, hey, you can put her up if you want.
right,
You could put her up if you want. But I guess that's a blessing in disguise, because had he prioritized her, then her ass would be on that block.
right. That's but she did say she not trusting him. She forgive him, but she not trusting him no more. She did say
Hmm.
that.
Yeah. And so I can say that I appreciated that Rome, you know, gave Devin gave Devon's props for the gameplay, and like he wasn't taking it personally or taking it harshly that Devins had outplayed him. He saw that, hey, he gave the information and Devins had to use it as he saw fit. Um and then the icons met in the HOH room to discuss everything that had happened, and Devins told them about his conversation with Rome. And Melody, I don't know what kind of game Melody is playing. Because Melody was with Lyric and they were having a discussion about everything that had just transpired. And Melody had a nerve to foolishly tell Lyric that she don't trust Rome and she don't trust Jason. And I'm thinking to myself, Lyric is sleeping all up in the bed with Rome every day. Why in the hell would
Right,
you tell her that you don't trust them? And
because
then I
and
just
no,
I
she
just wouldn't have did that, because like, why? I mean, even though that's how you feel, yes, feel that way. But don't tell his little showman's girlfriend that, because then she just
right.
gonna tell him.
That's crazy. Yeah, I told you they don't think. But hold
Mhm.
up, how do you feel about their prayer, Angela D and Devin prayer? What is
Oh,
wrong?
well, I did see them like praying and using the egg references.
Uh huh.
Yeah, I to be honest, when people be playing with stuff like that, I don't get a kick out of it. I I understood why they put it there for the audience value, but yeah, I don't get a kick out of that type of stuff.
I was like, what are y'all doing?
Mm-mm. Yeah, I know that for the audience people, you or for the viewers who watch on TV, they probably added that up in there because they thought it was funny and it was hilarious. But I don't like when the people on YouTube play with God. I damn sure don't like when
Yeah,
the damn Big Brother playing with God. Y'all need to stop. And that's
right.
how I feel about that.
That's crazy.
So, let me see. Oh, my next note was about Melody. So she revealed to Devins that she has nobody in the game except for Drew. With her telling Devins this, then now Devins kind of has information that there might be some type of closeness between Drew and Melody. And it's crazy because as the episodes go, Angela ends up picking up on that closeness between them, as well as D picks up on it. So like it's almost like they might have a flirtments that's budding currently, that people starting to be able to see it as clear as day, which ain't a good thing because remember I have Drew on my picture right now. But if he get up in those show minutes and stuff, I'm throwing him off my picture.
Oh, you gotta keep him to the end.
Uh-uh. Why?
Uh-huh.
My
If that's the
person was
person.
Rachel. I just had to pick somebody because Rachel got thrown in the volcano.
Drew is your person.
Not no showmans. He better not do no showmans. I'll keep the picture, but because Drew is still gonna be my person as far as to go far in the game. But no, I stand firmly that I dislike a showmans. Hell, when Brendan and Rachel was up in the house being a showmans, I couldn't stand them.
See,
I don't like it. And I think that was the beauty of this week that I did appreciate, was that finally they was trying to break that mess up. Like break that mess up so that people could focus on the game for real. Not
hmm
all this extras. Let's see.
Melody,
So
yeah,
mhm.
Melody was trying to revamp her game, and then she was crying because she was really mad. Oh my God, she was really mad. She said she got basically step up her game. She's
Yeah, I noted that Rome and Lyric know they are in trouble. And
yeah,
Jason, he talking about he feel like a third wheel with them because they will always use the veto to protect each other and not him. And I'm thinking to myself, well, duh, what else did you expect when you tried to align yourself with the showmans? Even that, anytime you align yourself with the showmans, of course you're gonna be the third wheel. Of
yeah.
course you can be, what did he
I,
expect? So they did do the picks for the veto competition, and this week Devins, Melody, Jason, Lyric, Angela, and Barrett are chosen to play in the veto comp. The veto comp that they are gone taken back in time to July 22nd, 1967, at a hippie festival of love, and it's a puzzle competition that they have to do, where they have to race to get this puzzle put together.
that was a good competition right there.
Yeah, I thought it was cute. It
They
was
had to put that
definitely cute.
on.
Yeah, it was cute how they did it. But to be honest, that competition, it really wasn't no close calls or anything as it relates to that. It seemed like Devins was just gonna be the person to take over and dominate the competition, period. Because he did end up winning the veto. Like it was
Mhm.
really no close calls. I think Angela
She
kind
was
of was
close.
on the right path, yes, to what she was trying to do, but ultimately Devins ended up winning, which caused him to have all the power this week. Rome and Lyric. Now, see, this I thought was stupid, and this how I knew
This
that
was the dumbest shit. I already know what you
they
about to
was
say.
playing like rookies. I'm like, what? They decided to pretend that they are broken up in hopes that they could keep both of them safe. And I'm
Hmm
like, y'all ridiculous. That's dumb. But
That
they
was the
did it. hmm They did it. Devins was somewhat falling for it. Hook, line, and sinker. This whole deflection that they had going on. And then let's see.
he he basically took Lyric off the block and then he put Rome on the block.
Yeah. He did save Lyric and put Rome as the replacement. And when Devins made this move, Lyric and Rome thought that he did this move because it was their idea. They are still so dumb that they are thinking that this pretend to be broken up worked so well that this is the reason why Devins did this. No, Devins did it because he was determined to get one of y'all out one way or another. But specifically, he wanted to go ahead and get Rome on up out of there.
Mhm.
So that's that for that episode. And then, do
Thursday
you have
night.
any other notes for that episode?
No, that was the end when he put lyric took lyric off after they was trying to plan, to keep, do what they had to do, thinking they that you already said exactly what I had. So basically on Thursday eviction night.
Okay. All right. So for the eviction episode, I'll let you go ahead and get started talking. I gotta do something real quick. Should only take me maybe about 3 minutes. Um, yeah, one of my neighbors just texted me. She says she got a package out there. She want me to bring it in. So 1 second.
Yeah, she going while she doing that, eviction night was off the chain, y'all. Eviction night, it was a lot going on because Lyric Taylor and Lala talking about saving Rome. If he's on the block and everything, they were talking about this prior, how they gonna save him, and I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure out how do they think they're gonna save him when they got all these other people, you know, that's gunning for him. What's your thought process on that, Miss Whistledown? I'm involved, you guys, as far as Lyric Taylor and Lala trying to save Rome. I think Rome should know better once he started getting to that showman's. How he gonna save his own self? People don't like Jay say. A lot of people that be on these games don't like showmans because they know that's their plus one, and they can easily lure the other groups of people inside their little alliance. So I'm not trying to go too far because I got a whole lot, and I don't want to have to piggyback back. Shoot. And then let me go. Right, the numbers is off. Yeah, they are off. There's no way in the world 3 people gonna save one person. And then how to end it, I can't even talk about how it ended yet because I gotta wait for Jay Dunn. But there's no way in the world they can save one person, unless they all would have went talking to the other people. They can't save each other without majority, right? And that go back to a lot of times these people, they go in his house trusting people, and you don't know, you trying to save one person, you don't even know if that person got these other people to save you. So it's like, I don't know. If I was in the house, I don't know. That's why I can't go in there with a motive. I had to go in there and just be me. I would have to just
Hey,
be me.
DT.
Yeah,
Yeah, my bad. I'm
you
back.
got it.
Yeah,
So
they
what?
they
What I
was
was
text me because they gon' she said they out of town until Tuesday, and they had 3 little packages up there. It's
oh
my
well,
upstairs neighbors.
that's good. You got that for us. Nobody take it. Um,
Right. Well, first off, they gotta go up the stairs to get it.
would you be surprised?
Who in the hell want to go up these stairs to get anything? But
Would
no,
you be
they be looking out
surprised?
for me.
People are so broke these days. They do anything to get anything to make money
Hmm.
off of. But no, I was talking about the eviction night. Lyric and Taylor and Lala talking about saving Rome if he's on the block, and how and I was saying how those 3 can save one person. And then like Miss Whistledown said, the numbers are off, and you can't save each other without the majority. It's just too much to save one person for just 3 people.
Gotcha. So yeah, So with my notes, and I'm not even sure how much you got into the.
I didn't want to go too far. I just stuck on that right there. I didn't want to go too far down.
Oh, okay, okay, good, okay. Because yeah, for the notes that I have for that episode, so I had Rome's people are always in the storage room, and Drew is always with them, and it's becoming noticeable. Dee and Angela noticed immediately, and then I noted that Dee. Oh, with Dee talking about Drew flirting with Melody, and Dee feeling like it's compromising the Tool Shed alliance. And then also with Angela saying that Drew. Now, this right here, when Angela's like, Drew is running the house.
Yep.
One thing that Angela about to piss me off with,
Uh-uh.
accusing people of running the house. She just was saying Rome was running the house.
Well, she said
Now,
Drew. She said Drew seems like he working both sides, which is obvious because he's back and forth. But
well,
I feel like you should be able to walk around and mingle and talk with everybody, regardless what side of the house you on. I feel like you shouldn't have to be on one side of the house just because these people I ain't supposed to go over talking to these people. That's what you're saying,
right.
you know?
Well, I guess for me, I know for certain. I because I wrote the note. Because I remember with Rome, she was like, Rome's running the house. And now she finally got Rome on the block. And before Rome could even get out the house, now she accusing Drew of running the house. Now see, and if I were up in the house and she told me that, I'd be like, well, they both can't be running the house. So which one is really running it?
Right.
Because it's just like she throwing these accusations, and it's all because she's seeing people talk to people. That I guess is feeling like paranoia to me now. If she
Yeah, it's
keep
like
with this,
I
it
mean,
seems like paranoia, because how can Drew be running the house when you just convinced me yesterday that it was wrong? Now today you telling me that is Drew running the house? Then who is it gonna be tomorrow? You see what I'm saying?
well, Drew is in a bunch of alliance. Keep in mind.
He is, but I think Drew, and this why I say that that's going to be part of his downfall, this flirt and whatever he got going on. Because I think he is trying to get in good with everybody. But they can't complain about that, because if it were not for Drew being over there with them, Drew couldn't have told Angela that Jason was playing the hell out of him and playing the hell out of her and fake crying. It's like y'all knew that the boy was mingling all over the place. That's how come he was able to get information to bring back to y'all. Now, as
Right.
long as he getting information to bring back to y'all, it's okay. But then when he just over there just doing what he been doing, now he running the house. Now he about to take over. Now he this, that, and the third. I guess that's what I'm saying. Like, come on now. Cut it out. He gotta hang out with them over there in order for him to get the information to bring back to them.
Miss Whistledown said Drew is playing both sides where people mess up at is not mangling from go.
Yeah, I think so far he is doing okay. My biggest point of worry for Drew is him getting too close with Melody. Period. Because it's clearly too close to where it's visible. And now that they are about to successfully take out One Show Mance, oh, all eyes gonna be on him and Melody. And if he's a smart player, he'll go ahead and distance himself from that. Nip that up in the bud.
You might need to make a call. Call them up and tell them what's going on. Yeah.
Yeah, they
Hey.
that was
Okay.
my thought. But but then I also have about Drew and Barrett. So Drew and Barrett
Oh
are
yeah.
seeming to be forming some type of duo. Because and they feel that Camu and Haley may be good targets for them. Um, which I never thought that I would see Drew and Barrett. Well, I guess yeah, I could, because I think Drew and Barrett are a part of either crossovers or red corners. I think it's the crossovers they're a part of.
Trying to see. Got to go back.
Yeah, because I took note of it, but I haven't went out and got any alliance pictures yet. I guess that's what I need to put on my list of things to do for next week, to go find some alliance photos. And that way,
Yeah,
when I start talking about these alliances, I can have that loaded up in here. But I know it's one alliance where it's the three icons in Drew and Barrett. I just can't remember which one it is.
Drew Berg is the crossovers.
Okay. Okay. So then that's probably why Drew and Barrett are trying to become a duo, because they don't have no choice. If the icons are a trio in that alliance, then Drew and Barrett don't have any choice but to become close as a duo, because they just stuck as the two odd people out. But I think both of them realize that they the two odd people out, and that in that alliance they at the bottom.
Yeah. So I feel like they just floating around.
Well, that's all you can do is float, because it's still pretty early. I mean, we just at week 2. So it's just at week 2 and only the second HOH. So this would be the time to be floating and observing. My next note was about the BB Blockbuster.
Mm-hmm.
And Miss Whistledown, she said, you have to move around in the house, talk to everyone, not just one side. Right, Whistledown. The BB Blockbuster is called Pirates Booty and is a puzzle competition.
When they said the private booty, I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, the Pirates Booty. But that competition, I like a competition like that. I probably could have won something like that. That actually remind me of a game that I got on my phone. I got like 2 or 3 games on my phone like that.
You said exactly what I told Lisa when I was watching it. I said, that's the game I love to play on my phone. I could have won. I would have won that one.
Me too. And I guess that's probably why Jason won, because he played a game on his phone.
I know, right? He was moving fast.
He was. He came through in the clutch though. When I saw him win, I was not upset that he won, because I need him. He seemed defeated because everybody blew up his game and everybody was coming after him. So he needed a good confidence and ego boost. So I feel like him winning that Blockbuster is going to give him a little bit of confidence and ego, so that he could come back and stir up some more shit. Because I know he about to stir up some more stuff.
Well, I hope he learned from his mistake. So hopefully.
Yeah, I don't know. Because I just don't know. Now I will say that when he won, he saved himself, and then that left Roman Melody to remain on the block for the live vote. The live vote did happen where everybody voted. And on a vote of 12-1, Rome was the second person evicted from the Big Brother house. Now, one other thing that I noted about the one vote, I didn't, when they voted, I couldn't remember who gave him that one vote. So when he was out there talking to Julie, and Julie asked him about the one vote, he was like, Lyric gave me one vote. And Julie was no. And then he was like, Jason? Julie was like, no. Meanwhile, he just declared his love. I'm in love with Lyric, blah, blah, blah. Well, she just voted your ass out the house.
I think that was strategy.
You think Lyric was doing it for strategy?
Yeah. To keep herself in. I think she was doing that because she didn't want them to know, she voted for him. So she figured if she voted him not to be in the house, she had better chance staying in the house.
Maybe, but I think she it didn't make no sense for her to do the vote for strategy. not if he gonna declare his love for her, he in love with her before he walk out, because then that means that y'all are admitting to all these people that y'all lied to them about y'all being broke up. See how that lie was so stupid and unnecessary? It was stupid and unnecessary. It did not work. Now you still got voted out, and now you declaring your undying love for Lyric. So that lets everybody remaining up in the house that could have believed that hogwash now know that you and Lyric lied to them. And that mean they probably ain't gonna be able to trust Lyric. They stupid. They shouldn't even tried that lie. It was just silly. But I say all that to say, even with Lyric trying to switch her vote to save her, I think that lie is something that probably is going to be remembered. If these people are smart, they're going to remember that she was dishonest in that moment
Right.
trying to save him. But yeah, Taylor ended up being the one vote to keep Rome. And Rome was shocked that Taylor was the one vote to keep him, which is interesting because that just means that Rome would have never been the one vote to keep Taylor if it was up to Lyric or Jason.
Right.
Then the next episode starts. Oh, the next episode. Did you watch Unlocked?
Yes, I do. I watched that this morning.
Okay. Yes, because Unlocked. Now, see, I feel like they trying to force us to watch Unlocked by
Yeah.
trying to incorporate it as a Big Brother episode.
Yeah, you saw that? They didn't do that
Yeah,
last year.
I know, and that's why nobody was watching it.
They didn't do
So
that
it's
last
like
year.
now they trying to force us to watch it because when I saw that Unlocked episode was considered a part of the Big Brother episode, I was like, oh Lord. But I watched it. So Ross from Celebrity Big Brother was able to join them as a guest host to discuss the fallout of the eviction of Rome. And they flash back to what is going on up in the house, and Lyric is trying to let the house know that she was not that vote to keep Rome, that she voted Rome out. Taylor admitted privately that it was her that voted to keep Rome, and she only did it because she felt like he deserved at least one vote to stay, but she'll never own that vote in person or
She
on
said,
that vote in publicly. She would never say that she did it.
so now I wonder if they're running around the house trying to figure out who did it.
Of course. 9 times out of 10, because
Who
Lyric
did it?
said that she didn't, they definitely doing it. And that's another thing why when you be the one to throw a vote like that to cause chaos, you also bring attention to yourself, because if they are snooping around trying to figure out who was that vote, then now Taylor is going to be forced a lot of people's faces when they come and ask her if it was her.
Right. If she
Either
good,
that or she going to have to just tell them the truth.
if I was her, I wouldn't even say nothing. Cause see, Lyric at the point right now where they thinking she lying. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They thinking Lyric did it and trying to say she didn't do it, even though Taylor did it.
Mm-hmm. But like, you don't think if Latrice go up to Taylor and be like, Taylor, did you vote to keep him? Do you think that it's smart for Taylor to tell Latrice the truth or to
I,
lie to Latrice?
she should just go in and laugh. She want to keep that lie. She can't tell nobody. She
Okay.
not married to nobody up in there. So personally, if it was me, if I'm gonna lie, I'm gonna keep my lie to myself. Why would I tell her, even though I gotta, believing I'm truthful to her, but I can't tell. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna go to jail for telling. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't say nothing.
Okay.
If Taylor was smart, she wouldn't say nothing.
Right.
She should have been running around trying to figure it out, and then Lyric just mad because she's trying to figure out why nobody's saying nothing. They thinking it was her. Now they're gonna want to get her out for lying again.
Well, one thing too that I have here is So Camu and Drew have a secret alliance called the Handyman's Tool Shed. I guess where they are supposed to be the two puppeteers of the Tool Shed Alliance.
I know.
I don't
I was like,
understand. The only thing that I could think of is that they are saying that they got a final two. But
there
how
you
is
go.
Drew trying to have a final two with Camu? But then Drew is also trying to have something with Barrett, currently a duo with Barrett. And then Drew is trying to have one with Melody.
And he part of the crossover. See what I'm saying?
Yeah,
He
but
is-
I'll talk about these final twos. I think that's gonna that's gonna kick him in the butt, because anytime you do a final two, you really should only keep that with like one person, maybe two.
Mm,
But
he's
when
going
you start sprinkling these final twos all over the place, then that means that you are pledging your allegiance to all of these people all at once. And eventually your hand is gonna show. Cause you can't be final two with Melody, Barrett, Camu. I think it's just those ones so
unless he
far.
be unless he be final two with them and then pulling the other two with those two. And then he just had that one.
No, but a final two is a final two. That means
Yeah,
it's two people.
yeah, but he might say, okay, this final two ain't gonna work. So let me just go ahead and merge the final two twos that I'm in. You know what I'm saying? Because he just got too much going on. Like I said, he doing too much.
Hmm.
He's doing extremely too much.
Now, Angela decided to create a foursome called the Honor Society, and that is Lala, Taylor, D, and Angela. D had to ask them, what is the Honor Society?
When she
That
said
already
that,
lets me know how she did in high school.
I was like, oh, no, you didn't say that out loud on national TV.
Mm-hmm. Be like, girl, so that's why you was playing Survivor. She like, look, at least she could survive in the wilderness. She said, look, she don't need to have to pay rent or nothing. She could live outside. A
You
hot
wrong.
mess.
You wrong.
For real. Like, who needs a career? Who needs a job? I could just live outside
You're right.
and
She
create a
survived
fire.
too.
Make a fire. So yeah, I thought that was kind of funny with that right there. I was like,
Hey,
Lord D.
she survived the wilderness.
Mm-hmm.
He
One
said that
part
out
that
loud.
they had in Unlock 2 was the BB Badass of the Week and the BB Dumbass of the Week. So Badass of the Week was Angela and Dumbass of the Week was Jason. Those were voted by America.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was pretty fair. Because I have to say, even though this was the epic HOH on Devin's part, you can't take away the fact that Angela did what she needed to do by planting the seed. Because all she had to do was just plant that seed, and Devins was ready to go full force with it. So that worked out. My next note was, Rome ended up coming out to join the crew, the Unlocked crew, to talk about his experience with Big Brother. They also was talking about Natalie's. Why do I call her Natalie? Not Natalie, Lyric. Lyric do remind me of Natalie though from Big Brother. It was some years ago. It was a Natalie on there. But Lyric's daddy being a one-hit wonder.
Ain't that crazy?
Mm-hmm. I went and looked them up too. I had looked them up just to see. And I like that Unlocked actually showed clips of him in that little montage with the song.
Yeah.
And when I saw him singing, he can be her daddy because he was the most pretty man that you would ever see. And I'm like, okay, well, because Lyric is a really beautiful girl. And when I saw how pretty her daddy was, I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. She looked like him. He looked like he could have been like a Backstreet Boy or something like that, but back in the 80s.
Yeah.
Like one of those heartthrob, because when I looked him up, it shows that he was born in 1970 and he was the one hit wonder in 1987. So that means that he made that song and dropped that song when he was like 16 or 17 years old.
That's crazy.
So that clip that Big Brother was showing in that video of him singing, he was like a 17-year-old boy. So
Yeah,
almost like a Justin Bieber, like a
there you go.
heartthrob. Yes, so there's that. Now they were teasing that the HOH competition was going to start, but I didn't see the HOH competition start towards the end of the unlock. Did you?
I didn't see it start, but I just saw when they was talking about the HOH.
Okay. Yeah. So outside of that, that was all of my notes that I had for the unlocked as well.
Wait a minute, hold on.
Okay.
Let me see. Oh, did you say the part when Rome said he would if he was HOH he would have went after Angela D and Devin?
No, but you could talk about that. I went through all of my notes.
Okay. Yeah, he said he would have went after if Rome would have stayed in the house. He was telling Taylor and Derek that he would have went after those three in the HOH, and they asked him would he took out would he if he was HOH would he have taken out Devin, and he said yeah he would have took out Devin. And then Rome was thinking Haley was the strongest person in the game. And I was saying, why would he say Haley? Did he not like Haley or something? I'm trying to figure out. Did he not like her or something? Because I just don't remember him interacting with her. They just had a few words.
I don't think it's that he disliked her. I think it's that he is telling the truth. Let's not forget, Haley is the same one that was in the alliance with Lyric and Mallory up until Mallory was on the block last week and Haley started throwing everybody under the bus, acting like she wasn't a part of them. Remember?
Yeah. I remember that part.
Haley started isolating herself from Mallory to get away from Mallory, and I'm pretty sure that Rome saw her doing all that. I'm sure that Rome felt that if Haley could jump ship from being tied to Mallory just because Mallory was on the block, that Haley would do that same type of thing to Lyric.
Okay. Yeah, so I was just trying to figure out where their downfall was at, because he really don't like her.
Well, because Lyric was aligned with those two girls initially at the first start of it. So I don't think that he disliked her. He's just calling out the fact that she is playing hard. But you gotta for you to have this tight friendship with somebody at the beginning and then just turn your back on them as soon as they go on the block, that shows that you are not a loyal person. You are not a loyal game player. You are not dependable. You definitely not a ride or die. You a flake. And I think Rome seeing that, but also calling out how much of a gamer and game player she is, I don't think that means that he disliked her. That just means I see you. That means he clocked her T. I'm clocking it. What you did.
But she is a strong person. Remember in the beginning when they did that first thing that when they introduced themselves, how strong she is, and she's tall. She's tall, right? She's the tall lady. She's a strong lady. All right, let's get off of Haley. We're gonna leave her alone. What about the rant room? Did you watch the rant room when they was talking about the bathroom sharing with 16 people, and how nasty they are, and how the showers need to be clean? I'm like, they don't have no cleaning people.
No, don't nobody go in there, but them
Mm-mm.
niggas always nasty.
Lisa said they
No,
always nasty.
ain't no cleaning people. That ain't no hotel. You supposed to be able to clean behind yourself. That is a social experiment to what happens in real life. In real life, do you have a cleaning person, or is it up to y'all to clean up behind yourselves?
How
The
much money
thing
you got?
is, huh?
Lisa said depends on how much money you got.
Right, right. But in the Big Brother house, but with them saying that, no, I didn't write a note about that because it's 16 people sharing one bathroom. Of course, it's gonna be nasty.
That's
That's
crazy.
exactly one of the reasons why I probably would never apply for that. I
Okay,
hate that.
so why they can't keep it clean? It ain't like one person got to clean up. If it's so many people in there, why it's always nasty? It's always shit everywhere. Kitchen messed up, bathroom messed up. They just be sitting around. I bet it stank in there. I bet it smell like booty and armpits in there all the time. Yeah. Hey,
Not only that, Lisa, but in the live feeds, in years past, I was able to witness that they always have ants in the kitchen. It seemed like every year the kitchen end up being with ants, and that's because people not
you know,
cleaning up and washing their dishes.
you know they got roaches in there. You know it's roaches. It's roaches and mice. If it's ants, it's roaches and mice. Ants can get in, roaches can get in, and mice can get in. It's just nasty. They be sitting up there watching each other shower. I bet they don't use a washcloth. They don't wipe their ass. It's just it's just like booty soup. It's just like a pool of nasty, and they just sit around marinating in it.
But I'm thinking, I'm just thinking why they used to, why they just can't clean up behind themselves. That's just crazy.
Because they nasty.
Well, no,
Point.
it's not even really that. First off, it's just like real world. People be entitled. Some people don't clean up in their own house. So if they ain't clean up their own house, why is they at Big Brother cleaning up? Some people level of cleanliness don't match the level of cleanliness of the next person. Some people, I go back to the entitlement. Like them men, they expect them women to be cleaning up behind them. And it's sad, but it's true.
Mhm.
Well, them men think that the cleaning and all that is a woman's job, which is fucked up. But they won't even clean behind themselves because they expecting a woman to do it, or they think the next person is gonna do it. They done ate off a plate, just put the plate up in the thing instead of washing their dish. It's a lot of stuff like that that kind of happens, unfortunately. And I just think that that's due to people coming from different walks of life. I will
Mhm.
say that used to be in seasons past, that's how you got some women that played their way through the game. Some people use that as a strategy, women, and have actually won. Like I think season 3, a lady named June Song, she ended up winning. She was an Asian lady, and she used it as her strategy. But she was like the mama of the house. And a lot of the times when somebody adapts that role of the mama of the house, they do the cooking and the cleaning of the house, and they end up skating their way through the end of the game because people want to keep them around so that they could keep cooking and cleaning.
Wow,
Hmm.
that's crazy.
So, but then you got some seasons where you got strong women, strong-willed women that said, "I'm not about to clean up behind everybody." Hell no.
Right.
And then that's how it ended up getting nasty because that woman will clean up behind herself and she'll do what she need to do for herself, but for everybody else. But even with that shower, I've always thought that that was gross because the people that unfortunately, white people, they wash their hair every day or several times a day and all this. And for the life of me, I don't understand how you won't pull your hair up out that drain if it's there. Get it
Right.
out of there.
And I can't stand loose hair. I can't do it.
Not only that, but in the live feeds, and this gonna be TMI, but it's true as far as that shower go. That's the reason why that little shower thing that we saw on TV, that
Mhm.
didn't phase me because I watch live feeds. So that mess that they said on there was made for TV. On the live feeds, I done heard them talk about these showers in the past seasons. because men go up in there to do that. And they don't even clean up behind themselves after they done that.
Mm-mm.
And then the women get to complaining and fussing and mad because it's that on the shower floor that a man done left.
That's
They
nasty.
gross. So that was very mild. What I heard them say on the unlock, that was very, very mild. It's a lot of crazy stuff that happened with sharing that bathroom, but you don't know the nitty gritty of it until you watch the feeds.
Mm-mm. That's
They
just
be
nasty.
fussing and cussing at each other about what they be doing up in there.
That's just crazy.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I like the fact they did the creator corner. Did you see the creator corner? Where they had creators from the outside world do stuff?
Yeah, I watched the whole episode. I just didn't put a note of it.
Yeah. Only one I
Mhm.
really liked was the Yash fan. The Yash fan that actually did exactly how Yash did. The lawnmower one was corny. The rapper was corny.
Oh, you talk about Rob as a podcast, like how he went to the gym and he went everywhere like that.
Yeah.
Oh, that guy, Rob, the guy who did the same thing as what Yash does.
Uh-huh.
He is a very big YouTuber on here, and I've been subscribed to him for years. And I know I done recommended and showed you a video or something from his channel before.
Yeah,
But
I
oh,
did like I just like Yash that out of those three, I like the one Yash fan. Yeah.
oh, okay. Yeah, but Rob has a podcast. You talk about Rob's sister Nino. Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
They I thought that was pretty good, and I still haven't listened to the Rob has a podcast what they say, but they a lot of times they are on point even for feeds watchers, because that particular channel is so massive that they have a team of people that actually watch the feeds, and then they do a feeds recap every morning. So even if you ain't the person that want to sit there and watch it, you can always catch Rob has a podcast, and it's somebody that's a part of that team on their YouTube channel that's going to do a live stream recapping what happened overnight. And that way you can still be in the know of everything ahead of time without having to sit down and watch it yourself.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now I like the outbreak. They had an outbreak on Big Brothers, y'all. A whole outbreak, which was called the twerk outbreak.
When they said about the outbreak, it did make me think about the lettuce. And I was like, I wonder what in the hell the Big Brother house is doing with them as far as the lettuce go. Are they
Right.
letting them eat salad up in there? Because just imagine if all of them got sick with that mess
I'm about to
with
hang
only
up.
one bathroom.
Already stuck up in that house. Smell like a
I'm
whole.
like, Big Brother can't be bringing no lettuce up in there. They better not.
I wouldn't eat no lettuce. You couldn't give me no lettuce. I had to save my whole life.
Right, but that's the But Lisa, that's the thing. You got to keep in mind that outbreak started after these people were already gone to Big Brother. So they don't even know that there is a real latest recall and outbreak. The people in the house don't know about it. So it's up to the producers to stop bringing it up in there.
Can you
And that's why
imagine
I'm like,
bad slip past them? Baby. Both level in that house, they couldn't even have production. There would be weeks that y'all wouldn't see them. Because how can you sit up there be on the couch just looking like shit? I kind of want it to happen now.
No, don't do that.
At least Angela. Let Angela get a bounce so she sits away and shut the hell up.
Leave Angela alone.
Angela, her faces look like ugh.
All right. I got the time capsule. Did you see the time capsule as far as what was on the board? Did you see that, Jada?
mm-mm.
The time capsule when when the chair spins.
Oh, you talking about the prizes and stuff? Yeah, I saw all the prizes that they that they put the answers to. But that was just not anything that I put in my notes. Like I'm
Yeah.
completely done with my notes right now. So if it's anything extra, you just tell the audience about what it is, because I didn't write down those things on there. No. But if
Well, I
you
took
took note about that, then tell them.
yeah, they just had to replay the BB bribe. What's the BB bribe? I can't remember what that one was.
I feel like the man explained it as he was saying what each one of them is. I think that might be where you could bribe somebody in the house, either for safety or bribe somebody in the house with HOH, but I'm not
Okay.
sure.
Okay, then they had the mystery competition, the diamond power of veto, never not pass, coin of destiny. So
And
Angela
see,
could have
the
won some
Corn
of
of
that.
Destiny, I don't even remember no Corn of Destiny in the past, so that might be something new.
Yeah. So those was the things that she could have won. Instead, she had to be the egg, the mystery. What is it? The egg spy, whatever that thing is. The boy
Uh-huh.
egg, the hard boy
Hardball
detective.
detective. Hmm.
Yeah.
And like, even that's why I was asking about the penalties, because yeah, Angela done already did the hardball penalty. So now that means that there are 5 more punishments left that somebody could win, but still, I would say, I guess it's still um 6 prizes or 6 powers that people can still get.
Yeah, they can still get one of those.
Hmm. And
Yeah.
I wonder if America can vote for the same people, or if like now that Angela done already got voted for America,
No,
can America not vote for her no more, or how that works?
they said she can't be voted no more. I remember
Okay,
that. They did say
okay.
that she can't be voted to play for that no more. Mm-mm.
Well,
And then
America gonna have to be strategic with this thing, because I feel like this. They If you can't get voted for it no more, then America need to stagger how they award those icons the opportunity to go up in there. Cause in my opinion, it's better to be voted for America to go in that little time capsule thing later than earlier, because earlier it's still so many punishments up there where you could get a punishment. Like, I would prefer, if America ever voted me to go to do it, I might want to go up in there, you know, maybe midway through the game, because at least then people done already pressed the wrong button and got the punishments, and so it's more prizes. You see what I'm saying?
yeah, it's strategy. It's
Yeah,
strategy.
it is strategy, but I wonder if America realized how the strategy it is. Because now that they threw Angela up in there, Angela had no strategy to go behind, and she can't get picked no more. Then they gonna have to weed out some of those punishments by picking other people. Just my opinion.
Hmm. And then it went off with the HOA competition, the wrestle gas. What is it? Wrestle Gasman something, a wrestling match, and they got Jesse on there. That's how it went off.
Okay. See, and I think that I might have just looked away and missed it, because that's what, when I got to the end of my notes, remember I said, well, did they start the HOH competition? Because I ain't see it, but I didn't. But I can say that towards the end of the unlock, I had my wireless headphones in, so I was moving around doing other things too. Once I realized that I was done with my notes,
Mhm.
then yeah, because yeah, I think I missed that. But see, now, even right now, once we go through our predictions and conclude this stream, then I'll be able to go and take a look to see what done happened overnight with the feeds, to see what's there. And speaking of our predictions, these are our predictions from last week.
Oh yeah. Hold on. What did I say? Oh Lord, I gotta go all the way back.
I got it on the screen.
Oh shit, you put it there. Oh, that's right. I forgot we doing better this year. Hold on. What did I say?
You said that you predicted Yash to win HOH, and I had predicted Mallory. And then for evicted, I predicted Melody was gonna get evicted. and you predicted Mallory was gonna get evicted. Well,
Yeah.
I can say that Melody on the block.
Yeah, she was on the block.
Okay, so I was close with that. But I think I had picked her to be evicted because I can't remember what I said last week, but this was the predictions for last week. So we neither one of us got anything right. As we
Nope.
look at our top 3 overall pick, I still have my Drew, Lyric, and Camu. They all 3 of them still in there. And
Hmm.
then you picked Angela, Barrett, and Yash. All 3 of them still there. One thing that I can say with Lyric, um, now that Rome is gone, hopefully
Hmm.
Lyric will play a decent game because clearly I thought that she was going to be good for the game because I picked her in my top 3 overall. So hopefully now she could go ahead and focus on the game now that that man is gone.
She better focus on. She in your
She
top
better.
3
But look, because look, now don't get voted out. Now I done already predicted for you to go far. Do not get voted out. So that's the prediction board that we had for this past week. Now let me go back to my chart here so that I could type our predictions for this week. Let me see.
HOH. Let me see. Who gonna get HOH?
So this week's predictions. So for some reason, who do I want to say for the HOH? You said it was a WrestleMania or something?
That's what I'm thinking.
And
I'm
let me
thinking of
go
the
back and get the picture of them with their faces. Let me go put this one.
Mhm.
Cause if it was a WrestleMania competition as it relates to Jesse, to see who is going to win the HOH.
But you know how Big Brother is. They can how they call it. They gonna have us thinking one thing and it's not gonna be that thing. Watch.
Yeah, but just for the sake of just going out on the limb, just with that being the only information, I'll go ahead and say Camu. Let me put Camu for my prediction. Hmm. I'm just gonna put Camu for my prediction of the HOH winner this week. And then on who I think may be evicted. Let me
You say
think.
Cam.
Yeah, I put Camu. But now let me look because now I gotta figure out who might be evicted. Because now I need to go back and look at my notes to see. Because I saw Camu was talking game, and I put a note about Camu talking game about who he would target. But I'm trying to see which episode was that when I took that note. Hmm. It was. I think for some reason I thought he was saying that he might target. Um, Camu. I think maybe Yash. I want to say Yash. That's tough. Who do you think is going to get the HOH?
I'ma say I'm debating between Haley and Chuck.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go for the female. I'm gonna say Haley.
Haley. Okay. And let me see if I do. All right, let's see. Okay. So I'm just looking here to see in all of my notes if I have anything where Camus even spoke about somebody that he might would target.
You
But Camus, I think Camus has not really revealed who he would go after. That's which is smart on his part. Cause even in all of my notes, and I'm just skimming through here, I don't think I have anything notated where he is talking about who he feels is a threat and who he would want to get voted out. I don't have anything.
uh-oh. Zulu said I do.
Right, like he was watching it. You do not know who is gonna get evicted. Now hush. You don't know.
He said, I know.
Okay. So I guess just to pick somebody, just to throw a name out there, because I don't know who Camu is working with and who he not working with. But I'm just gonna put Jason. Why not Jason? Jason was up in some hot water this week. He could be an easy little scapegoat for me to just go ahead and put. Jason is getting evicted. After all the hell that came on him, um, I could see everybody targeting him to get him on up out of there.
Okay, so the way Angela going, I'm gonna say Drew.
Drew. Okay. So you have predicted Haley to win the HOH with Drew being the evicted house guest. And I predicted Camu to win HOH with Jason being the evicted house guest.
Yeah.
Okay. So we got that prediction in as of July 25th, 2026. And also I want to show you too one other thing that I started creating as well. Let me try to see if I can blow this up on my little worksheet that I use to take my notes. But specifically, let me share screen here so that I can show you what I'm gonna document this. I gotta remember to document this throughout the whole season so that I could keep note of everything for later on. And let me
You
take this down.
don't forget to find a picture with Angela, Devin, and D on it.
Um well,
Oh, okay. I like this. This cool. I like that.
yeah, but I was saying that I wasn't looking for another picture. If you found the picture, you can send it to me. But I'm doing a lot. Now, come on now, DC. I'm doing a lot of graphics and stuff already.
My
If you
bad.
got an extra picture, you could go find it.
I got you.
Okay,
I,
so but yeah, I started this morning because I think this would be a good way for us to keep up with the HOHs, who was nominated and who won. Because you remember in the past reviews that we would do, by the time we got to the end of the season, we forgot who won HOH this week, that week, who was on the block, how many people won a veto, how many people won a blockbuster. You know how towards the end we have trouble remembering.
mm-hmm. I
So
like
that's
that.
what.
That's a good
Yeah, so
spreadsheet.
and I started doing this thing this morning, and what I said is that I'm gonna keep adding on it week by week, and then that way at the end it don't just come up on us and then we trying to remember. Then we can have this at all times. And eventually once I get this thing kind of filled up, I can screenshot it and put it into the picture like what I did with this. Like just like how I did this one.
Right.
I could start doing it like that to load this one in. Um, but yeah, I think that this is going to help us. And then also I keep our predictions. Like if I go back over here to the screen, then
Okay.
see I already got our predictions right there ready. That's the ones that we just did today. So yeah, I'm trying to keep track of it all, but I haven't went back and looked at any other pictures. Just because when I do my notes, I'm doing all of this stuff. But I if you remember to go and get the picture, just go get it and just send it to me if you have a new picture. Because I
Okay.
just was thinking that I thought we said that we need the alliance pictures. Because in my thought, I think a picture about the crossover and the because now they're getting so many different alliances. The Tool Shed Alliance, Crossover Alliance, Red Corner Alliance, the Honor Society.
They
I
got
need to
so
start
many.
calling them right. So those were the things that I was thinking we probably need pictures of. Not just a picture to have them three people up in there, but more so a picture, the pictures that's going to allow us to be able to differentiate on who is working with who. Because it's starting to get very, very convoluted in order to figure out who is actually being solid with who and who is working with who. Even the Handyman's Alliance with the Tool Shed, all of those were ones that I was going to try to get different alliance pictures. But then too, I always have to keep in mind with the pictures why I have to use them sparingly. It's because my StreamYard still have all of my other pictures from my regular show up in there. So I
Mhm.
have to, sparingly put pictures in as it relates to Big Brother, as to not go over my capacity of the photos.
Okay.
Like now I can switch out this picture with something else, but it just depends. I go out there and see what new pictures can be found, and then we can go from there. But if you do have recommendations, just go find it and you can always text it to me if you want it added.
Okay. I got you.
Yeah. Okay. Let me stop sharing the screen with this now. And we got here. And then I guess we could take that picture down. So now that we gave our predictions for going forward, so what you think? What's your final words, or what you think, or what you hope to see coming forward?
But I hope to see that I win the challenge and become HOH, and and all the other stuff happens, as far as where they left off, as far as, well, I hope Jason and Angela are for real this time. That's my, I hope they actually, but I don't see that
Wait,
happening.
so you hoping that Angela win HOH this week?
No, I'm hoping Jason and Angela can be friends again,
Oh, okay, okay.
because Angela really, really cared about him, and I hope he's not playing again. But she's like she said, she don't trust him, so that's what I'm hoping in the next session, the next episode, that they can become more friends and he's not playing her no more. But other than that, I just can't wait to see this wrestling match. That's all I got.
See, I'm scared for Angela. I still don't trust Jason. It's gonna take me a while to trust Jason. Even as far as they had that clip where they had the drag queens, his
Mhm.
friends.
Oh
His
yeah,
friends even know that he kind of shisty because they was on RuPaul Drag Race with him.
right. I remember that scene. They said that.
Uh-huh. So that's what made me like, it's almost like when they say you play with a snake and then be shocked when you get bit.
Hmm.
Cause it just seemed like Jason just might be a snake. Which I don't know how cutthroat Drag Race is because I never really watched that. Did you ever watch that before in the past?
I watched it when it first came out, but after that, I wasn't interested. It just I couldn't watch it.
Okay. And the only reason why I say that is because it made me wonder if maybe that's where his gameplay comes from. If maybe at RuPaul's Drag Race, they were cutthroat and did crazy stuff like that up in that game, and that's why he think that it's acceptable to bring to Big Brother. Um, it just made me wonder.
Hmm.
Now I was happy that his friends were able to confirm that his mama really did die. Cause even it had me questioning if his mama was really dead or not.
Right. I was
So
wondering
you
too.
see that type of thing will cause doubt in the viewer's mind to where they question everything that come out of your mouth. And I think that's a bad spot to be in the beginning of a game like this, especially when America is able to vote. I think for that alone, they won't vote him America's favorite.
I don't think so either. Because he
Unless
messes
he
on.
do a whole redemption tour. That'll be the only way. The only way that he could get America's favorite later on down the line. Because just the fact that his friends had to come to let us know that his mom is really dead, you have to know if me and you was wondering if that was a lie or not, then everybody else was too.
See, and that's not right.
Hmm.
That's something you don't play with.
I think that it goes to his detriment in this type of game because you need people to be able to trust in you and believe you. And you need people to like you as it relates to that. And so, yeah, I think he gonna have a hard time coming back from that. Um, I think that's another reason why they brought the drag queens to try to help him. Like, you know how they say sometimes production be trying to fix some things that's happening on here? Like, they
Mhm.
probably like, oh my goodness, America hates Jason. Let's bring his friends to try to make him a little bit more likable and more human.
Trying to help him out.
Yeah, because otherwise, I mean, who knows? You was telling me to write a letter and make a phone call, but it's some big brother people that probably really do be on Twitter and stuff bothering them. Probably be like, did his mama really die? They probably have these Big Brother super fans all over on Twitter, tweeting CBS and tweeting Julie Chen, asking questions about what's true and what's not true. And that's why they probably said, well, let us just put a segment with his friends so that the friends could tell us what happened.
Right?
You never know. But yeah, well, I guess we can go ahead and do our closing words. I think this was another very nicely timed show, DC,
Yeah, it was.
because we had 4 episodes to get through this time, and we still managed to get through it all in under 2 hours. So that's still right at about 30 minutes per episode, which is good.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Which, let me put this back.
Hmm.
But other than no, I was clicking the button. My stuff went away off the screen. Um, well, anyway, this was a good segment of what we just watched this whole week. I can't wait
Hmm.
for tomorrow to see how this
Hmm.
HOS is gonna go. I thank y'all for watching. Hit that like button, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed to J Dunn, please go subscribe to J Dunn channel. And as well, as our channel if you're just watching, passing through. And if you want to be part of watching the show with us, let us know. Don't be afraid. Look at like Jay done say, you don't have to use your picture. We just hear your voice. That's what counts.
Yeah, you can you don't have to use your picture. You can pick a Big Brother picture to come up here. And yeah, you're more than welcome to join us at any time. I still was saying that I was supposed to be reaching out to Rick Reed to see about doing it, but like I said, I wanted to wait till like a double eviction or something to reach out to people. But I do be seeing sister in passing. So I might have to and William Carruthers. So I might
Okay.
have to catch either one of them up in the chat and see if they are interested in coming and talking with us one of these Saturdays. On different days. And that way, you know, maybe one Saturday we can have sister, then one Saturday we can have William, one Saturday we might have Rick, something like that.
Yeah, because it's always good to get somebody else's input. They might see
Hmm.
something we don't see.
Correct. Uh-huh. And then just with the different history and backstory of the game, they might be able to add something else as well. But yeah, well, thank y'all so much for joining us once again. It's always a pleasure to come here and talk about this, especially after these episodes. This was a damn good week. Now I hope that the weeks to follow be just as good as this one. Because if the weeks to follow be as good as this week was, oh, this is gonna be an explosive season.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Well, y'all, thank y'all so much for being here. Y'all take care, be blessed, don't stress, and y'all have a great rest of your Saturday and a good weekend. Bye, y'all.
Peace out. See you.